friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Amy, aka Funky Mama 0703. Different hair color, don't mind it. It's just trying to grow. I'm trying to grow into it. I like the color. It's a little different and it's dark, and I'm not really a dark fan, and I don't know if it works with my complexion. We'll see. I might go back to my bright pink because that's a little more cheerful. This is kind of part of my mood at that time when I dyed it. All right, so guys, I've got a mutt behind the curtain here, so don't mind her. She's going to be talking a lot, Brat. It's a neat little item. I picked this up on Amazon. Always pick things up on Amazon. This one is an apron. Just a plain white apron. Cute. What I'm going to do, one of the ideas is to tie-dye it. I was doing the mandala, which by the time this is out, of course, it's going to be done, but it's going to take me a little bit of time to get that all taken care of. Plus, I'd like to move into cooking videos and crafting videos, and whenever like I need to wear an apron because I just feel like it. So I want to tie-dye this to go along with the aesthetic of the channel and have a little fun with it while I'm at it too. But I want to, and this is going to be again a couple projects because I have the silk screening I want to do, and I'm going to silk screen Funky Mama 0703 on here so that when I'm wearing this I can promo my channel. It's just going to say it. It's not going to have anything special on. Maybe I'll do something cute. Who knows what the Funky Mama decides to do. But yeah, I just thought I'd take a look and see what's going on and what works on it. It's cute. But this is I picked this up on Amazon. I think it was like $6 or $7. I don't think it was too terribly expensive because I know I'm cheap and I probably wouldn't spend that much money on something like this anyways. So like the other projects, of course, there are several different setups for your tie-dye, different things you can do. I'm not really sure the look I want for this yet. I think what I'm going to end up doing is first I'm going to match up all the corners and lay it flat, lining up everything so that we get kind of a good even look to it. The big idea with the mandala aspect of tie-dyeing is to make sure that you get the repetitive nature of it. So we got this where it's right in half, mostly. Kind of hard to get it perfectly because for some reason it's fighting me. There. And it's got 3 pockets in it, so we could do, we could do tie-dyeing to kind of accentuate those pockets or not. So I thought if we did something like this, so we've got it in half. I'm trying because I've got all this. If I knew what I was doing, I'd be dangerous. Then I think I'm going to fold it in half again, so we end up with a nice middle area here. And like I said, I think the whole idea, for me, is to keep that mandala theme going. So I've got the middle there, of course the pocket, and then just fold it so we end up with this little peak here on this end, and kind of futz around with it to try and make sure you're getting a good peak. So we got that. Then we go to our handy dandy rubber bands. Now remember, I purchased this on Amazon. Like I said, everything I get on Amazon. This one here, actually, the rubber bands I'm using are ones that I got from a kit that I got at Hobby Lobby, which is another place that I always go to buy. But they have the tulip sets that have, it's a party pack basically. And although I'm not having a party, I have enough dye to have a little fun with it in a lot of different colors. So I'm going to triple it up, or I'm going to fold it again so we have a nice little ice cream cone look to it, or cone that way. And all the handles are all getting, or covers, ties are getting close together, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with those, but just kind of futzing around. This is going to be, I think, another bullseye type look to it. Let's see here, just, yep, it's just basically putting your rubber band around and around and around and around and around and around and around. Okay, and just kind of futzing with your corners to try to keep them in place as you're tying. And get another rubber band. Now these are, like I said, they come from that tulip pack. Can't guarantee how long they'll last. So what I'll probably end up doing is just cutting them when it's time to take care of this, or to when I get done dyeing it. I like to take my turns and actually pull them pretty tight as I'm doing them. The biggest thing is always make sure that your rubber bands are covering each other up, or rubber band twists are covering each other up, so you're getting a very distinct line. The line is not going to stay distinct because once you get the ink in, or the ink, once you get the dye into it, it'll cover in. All right. And then we'll get just another twist in here. And some more rubber band. And just varying differences. See this one here, varying distances from rubber band to rubber band, just to kind of give you a little bit of a difference so it doesn't look so uniform. Because you want some uniformity to it because of the repetitive nature of a mandala, but you also want individualized. So you want it to be its own little thing. There. Whoops, that's not there. That goes over here. Where are you? There we are. So we've got the tip here, another die here, or tie here, which is a rubber band here for the tie, which is actually right where the strap comes down for the underarms. And that's where that is. And then this one here, this one here is actually another twist, and it comes up just above where the underarm thing, or the underarm strap is. So then you got your little tails here. Keep them white. I think I'm going to have kind of just a little splash of colors on there. I think I might actually put some colors in a spray bottle and just kind of spray it. This might be the, all right, the way I did this is I've got all these things to tie-dye that I've tied up already. I just haven't dyed them. So I'm going to end up having a lot of dye left over, or to work with, for different colors, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dye them all at once, and then I'll be taping that, and you'll see me in this color. I'll be dyeing them all at once, and I'll have that whole thing. So I should hopefully have, I have a spray bottle that I think I'll also put some of my dye in once I finish it, when I get close to the end of it. And then that's going to be what this last part of it is going to be. So I'll try to protect this as I'm dyeing these guys, and then I'm going to just do a spray technique on the straps and the top and bottom of it. So it's going to look really kind of cute, I think. We'll have to take a look and see how it works out. But this is going to be the last tie-dye project of this season. I've got that mandala that I have yet to dye because I just haven't had a chance, which will be done and will be out before this video is out. I think that will be my first project. Then I have the t-shirts that are going to take a little bit longer, simply because of the fact that I have to walk through the steps of making the silk screens and then silk screening on them once I've tie-dyed them. This guy here is just going to have that silk screen once I'm done tying it. So this might actually be the next project, even though it's the third project, but it might be the second coming out. So let's get going on this guy. It's going to be an apron. If you remember, we talked about it. Now, keep in mind, I do have my table covered. I also have this cool plastic box to catch all the drips of the dye. And I have a cooling rack that I'm using to help all the moisture just kind of drip through. What I'm planning on doing at the end, and I will show you, is I'm planning on taking whatever, I might have a couple fabrics left behind, t-shirts, whatever, and I might just kind of wiggle it around in the dye that's dripped on the bottom and use that up as well. Like I said, frugal crafter. Here we go. Yellow, we just kind of drizzle that on. Now this is a little different than the other one, because it's not, the fabric is a little different character than the other. So therefore it doesn't, it's actually taking the color a little better. If you remember, with the other one I had to wet it, which to me seems like a really good idea for almost any project that you're doing when you're doing these. Wetting the fabric first so that it lets it kind of mute the colors. It helps it melt together a little better. So I did a yellow kind of base. I'm going to do orange as well. I like to kind of just make sure it's shook up good. I want to make sure it's shook. All right, and then we just kind of whoosh and just kind of have fun dribbling this all over the place, letting it do what it wants to do. Of course, it's going to just kind of soak in as it wants. I've got the ties and the head or neck piece as well that I'm using. There. And just kind of let it soak and dye. So that's my orange and my yellow. And I think I'll do a blue. Ah, that's green. Okay, I'll do green, which was one of the colors I want to do anyway, so that's not anything new. And we're just, this one here, we're going to see how it works out after we've let it soak in and after it's clean, because it's going to be kind of a very colorful, very vibrant in color ideas, and it'll look nice, I think. All right, so we'll get this blue on here. And it's not doing anything in particular, just kind of dribbling and going crazy with that and letting it just kind of drip wherever it wants. And now we're starting to get a little muddy, so we're going to call that almost done. I'm going to take the purple, and there's a few areas where I want to just kind of add some purple. Of course, it's saturating on one side, it's showing up a lot more on one side. We'll see how it goes once it comes out of the project, out of the bag. So what I'm going to do is wrap these guys up, fold them together. Found a spot where maybe I could use a little bit of coloring. And then put that in its plastic bag. Now again, like before, the reason why we put it in the plastic bag is because it keeps it moist. It allows kind of a heat cook because they're oven based. No, I'm kidding. Kind of a heating up to it where it keeps it moist, and it allows all the colors to kind of saturate into the fabric, which gives us the ability to see the vibrancy and the cleanness of it. So we're going to see what that looks like once I get a chance to clean it. What we're going to end up doing is, because Tulip is a product that really doesn't need any extra things to kind of keep it set up, we will still put it in a vinegar wash, which will enable it to set in a lot better on the fabric, as well as you soak it for about an hour or so in vinegar water. And then afterwards, which I'll walk you through, don't worry, I got you covered on this. We will walk you through it. And we will also do a quick laundry
sample or laundry with it, where we'll put it in the water or put it in the laundry and let, like with vinegar water, that sets it even more. Little bit of vinegar. The whole idea is to let this fabric just kind of seethe in the stuff, in the stuff of goodness.
All right, so now we are finishing up, and as you can see, time has moved on. Finally got a chance to get all my tie-dyeing projects done, and I'm putting them, posting or making the videos for them now. Um, this guy was done and it will be completed later. I just wanted to get the video up for it, but I also have my apron that I have here. I'll hold her up and give you an idea. See, I like the way this tie-dyed or this dyed better. It's much more subtle, much more smoother, and it's actually kind of pretty with all the colors. I am going to look for like a patch or a iron-on that I can put onto it that's going to say something for Funky Mama. If it's Funky Mama's Kitchen or whatever, I can usually find something like that on Amazon. I did do like I said I was going to do, where what I ended up when it got washed, and I took a look at it and noticed that the colors were not as deep and dark as I wanted them. So what I did was I re-wet this guy, and then I laid it out on a table and just kind of spritzed it with what was left of the dye. And I think it turned out pretty good. We've got nice little coloring, very soft shading. There's not much white. Most of it has taken on a blue hue, which I like. And then, of course, you've got your purples and yellows and oranges. And I think as a apron to be used for, work looks really good, as an apron to be used for like cooking projects, or see, Funky Mama's Kitchen, or even crafting projects, I think this will be really kind of nice. And I want to put something here for me on the chest here. So it took me a little while to get it done. I have a lot of things going on and a lot of videos that I've been working on. So unfortunately, I just was not able to get to the tie-dyeing as fast as I thought. But I have finished up the whole spiel, and I am pretty happy with the way it worked out. The t-shirts and everything that are also part of the tie-dyeing aspect of this are going to be put aside for other projects that I plan on doing, and I will bring that out, show the video, and then show what I plan on doing with them as well. Just haven't had a chance to get to that yet. I do have silk screening and a number of other projects that I want to do. Just haven't had a chance to get to those either. Got a chance to get this tie-dyeing done, and I was just really glad to get that out of the way. I had the mandala for several months before I was actually able to get this completely finished. I think I got it in April or May of last year. So it's like finally, I think we're finished with it. But let me know what you think of this. Like I said, the apron itself has got some really cool, the coloring, again, the same, like I said, when I made the other video, it's the lighting is not as good in here. It's very stark, but it's got some really nice color patches, and I actually kind of like the way it looks. I'm pretty impressed with that. So let me know what you're thinking. If you have any projects you'd like to try, any projects you'd like me to try, let me know what's going on in your life or just what you're interested in. We've got a lot of things coming up, a lot more projects planned. I do have that beach sign project that I was working on that I have to finish up on. By the way, I did give it, I will give you information about those beach signs when I get to them. And I will talk to you guys later. Subscribe. I would love to see names pop up. I've got only about 13 subscribers at this point, so I'd like to see maybe a little more. It's an interesting bunch. I got some really neat plans coming up, and I'd really like to hear what you guys have interest in, or if you want to hear more of something else, let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a good day and enjoy this beautiful afternoon. Bye-bye, guys.